You probably almost skipped this video. What a boring name terminology. Yes, I'll cover some terminology, but also we'll show you what this terminology means in Excel. So like terminology plus. Still boring. Let's do some exciting stuff now. When you open Excel for the first time, you'll probably be slapped in the face with a grid where you can put data. See? It can be exciting. The lines going down are called rows, and the ones going across are called columns. Rows are numbered generally to around 65,000, but can go to over a million in Excel 2016, and columns are lettered starting at A and then after Z, AA, AB, AC, and so on, all the way to ZZ, and they can still continue in Excel 2016 to column XFD, about 16,000 rows. If you have that much data, you should go see a shrink to reduce it. Where a row and column intersect is a cell. No, not a prison cell. Cell is just another word for an element or item. You can put any kind of data in a cell, but Excel will interpret numbers one way and non-numbers another way. In my opinion, the rows and columns section is actually the spreadsheet. It comes from accounting terms where the idea was that you would add rows down and columns across, and Excel does this wonderfully and then much, much more. For some reason, I think about Scrooge and his ledgers. Smell the dust! What you see on the top of a spreadsheet is called the ribbon. No, it's not like the ribbon on a present. It has tabs on it such as Home, Insert, and Data. If you click the tab name, you will see functions related to that tab. It takes some practice to remember which tabs in the ribbon contain what commands, but after a few times, you'll remember where they are. If you're lucky, you'll find the command right away, like when the moon is in the 7th house, or once in a blue moon. Otherwise, it's like finding Waldo. By default, above the ribbon is something called the quick access bar. It can also be placed below the ribbon, which is where I like it, and I will show you how to do this later, plus how to customize it. Of course, I highly recommend this, which is why I will probably point this out 20 times until you do it. Then it will come to your desk and verify that you did it. Just make sure you put out some milk and cookies. Between the ribbon and the spreadsheet is a data entry area, also known as the formula bar. It shows what you're typing in the cell and can assist you in seeing what is actually in the cell. At the bottom of the spreadsheet is a tab with Sheet 1 on it. In Excel 2010, you'll see 3 sheets. This is a worksheet. You can add another by pressing the plus and get more worksheets independent of the others. Each of these is its own spreadsheet, or also known as a worksheet. You can rename these and add more. You can also delete them if you don't want more than one. You can't delete the final one, otherwise it might be called the no sheet, or perhaps the unspreadsheet. At the bottom is the status bar. Though mainly ignored while in the heat of entering data, it can give you clues to what you're doing. Right now, it just shows ready. All these worksheets are combined into what is called a workbook, as opposed to a spreadsheet. But in my opinion, they're synonymous. When you create a new spreadsheet, it will ask you what kind of workbook you want. Don't get confused. An Excel workbook, it's just a spreadsheet. Rows by any other name. But watch out for the thorns. So why do they call it terminology? That sounds like the last thing you should learn. Since it's the first thing folks should learn, shouldn't it be called primenology? That ends some basic primenology then. We'll learn more terms as we continue these videos.